Episode something.
It's an episode again.
Today we have Deprived Plays.
In the flesh. Woo.
Yeah, follow me on Twitch and YouTube, both Deprived Plays.
All right, enough of the plugging. Let's get on with the show. So, go ahead, Chris.
When we last left off, we were going to talk about internet subculture, and that's exactly what we looked into. It's just a lot of fetish stuff.
Wait, what?
I hope that's cool. Yeah, why don't you, I don't know, what'd you find? You find anything interesting?
Me? I just thought about 4chan.
Yeah.
That cesspool. Awful cesspool. Especially just beef.
Just fuck 4chan, basically.
Fuck 4chan.
What do you not like? Well, what is 4chan? If you could describe 4chan.
It's just a forum where people can honestly post whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And most of them, well, just in B specifically, B is just, there's porn, there's nasty ass.
Porn.
So one thing that sticks in my mind is called, I forgot the name of it, but basically.
Hold on. You said it sticks in your mind, but you forgot what it's called?
Besides the point. It's where people have pictures of someone and they come on them.
Like pictures of people?
Yeah.
Cum tributes.
Yes, that's what it is.
Don't ask why I fucking know that. Don't ask.
I knew we brought you on for a reason. Yeah,
No questions.
I remember seeing that on there, and it's a popular thing. And people, it's a thread. It's a thread of cum tributes. Some people be like, "Oh, this is my sister."
It's fucking terrible. Yeah, I've seen those. Like, it's like, here's a picture of my wife. Come on the picture, and it's like, I don't know.
And some people are gladly becoming owners.
It's like, oh yeah, look at this fucking dirtied image of my wife now. It's like, I don't fucking know.
Or some people be like, hey, do a cum tribute of me.
It's like roast me on Reddit.
Yeah.
It's just like asking people to do this to you.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Jesus Christ.
That sticks in my mind.
I guess some people like it though.
Yeah.
Well, obviously. They wouldn't do it if they didn't like it.
Some people do it on figurines. Like, yeah.
Like little toy soldiers?
Yeah, I guess. I've seen it like on anime figures. Like big busty anime girls.
I get that, yeah.
And they're just drenched.
Yeah.
God.
Damn.
They're fucking like, I feel like they have a bucket of it and they dip it in. But no, it's just fresh. Some people, I've read one where it said, I've been holding this in for about 3 months. And
for that one image?
Yeah, for that one image.
They were just gathering it?
Yeah,
it's terrible.
And I think it's also on Reddit,
weird,
too.
Man.
Reddit also has cum tributes. There's a whole R subreddit.
I've seen that one.
What else is weird? I've seen people saying, hey, here's a picture of my sexy-ass mom. Or my sexy-ass sister.
What? Hey.
I mean, as far as we know.
Hey.
They're related by blood.
So it's like cum tribute, but it's also like incest. I mean, yeah, I guess not incest because they're not doing it, but it's still like, I don't know, whoring out your mom's picture, basically.
Yeah, it's kind of like untold, confession booth or whatever, where people just let out their deepest, darkest desires, and
Well, it's just coming on a picture. I don't think it's that crazy.
I think it's kind of gross.
It is, but it's not like the most insane thing ever. It's just,
no, it's not the most insane.
There's also feeds of like lolly porn.
What's lolly porn?
Lolly is
underage.
What that poster is.
That's not a lolly.
I thought that was just like hentai, basically.
I hope so. Or is this?
So it's like underage hentai, basically.
Yeah, underage hentai. Well, that's what it is, and it's all just threads, like long threads. Actually, might as well pull up 4chan.
Yeah.
Go to B.
Man, I hate 4chan. Well, remember I was telling you about 8chan. 8chan I found out is...
What is 8chan?
So essentially, this guy that was high on mushrooms decided to make a page.
You're thinking you're gonna get a virus. Come on.
This is not 4chan.
That's just straight porn.
Oh, like a cheating wife. Okay.
Unless 4chan got closed, I don't think shut down, did it?
No, it shouldn't have gotten shot down. That was 4chan.org, excuse me.
Yeah, I guess they're a big organization.
And the creator of this website was just a college kid.
Wait, hold on. All right, before we get into the depths of 4chan, let me tell you about 8chan.
Okay.
So 8chan was this idea that this guy had when he was high off mushrooms. And he's got not cerebral palsy, but he's got, God.
What that guy from Back to the Future has?
What does he have?
The shakiness?
No, that's oddly specific. I think he's like in a wheelchair and shit, and like it's like he's not. It looks like he has like shriveled bones and shit. Like he's like looks a little vegetable-ish, but he's like I don't know, he's just
vegetable-ish.
Just like a guy essentially. And what was his nickname? Hot Wheels.
Yeah, his nickname was Hot Wheels.
Oh yeah, tell me the story. Yeah.
Okay, so 8chan was essentially this idea that he had. That he wanted to create a website that was less limited than 4chan. Because he said that he was getting frustrated with 4chan because it was being more restricted. So he didn't like that, so he wanted to create his own forum. It essentially was 4chan 2.0. So that's why it turned into 8chan.
Not parentheses.
No, just straight up 8chan. So
there's a neon reference.
Oh.
Neon Genesis. Never mind.
Okay, so he starts doing this, and at first it was working out pretty well. He said that he welcomed hate speech because it was still free speech. So he was super all about free speech. He didn't care what people said. He just wanted it to be unfiltered and raw.
Sure.
The problem is it started turning into like a fucking hotspot for mass shooters to meet up. And they're like...
What?
Yeah, they would meet up and they'd interact with each other, and they would like... they'd egg each other on. And then you do that in 4chan too.
See,
No. They'd be like, brother, do it. You should follow through with this. You should kill them. Yeah, like super... It was a site that wanted to be 4chan, but turned into a place, like a network, where they could all interact with each other.
Dang.
Yeah, so it became like breeding grounds for mass shooters. The guy that shot up the mosque, he released something on 8chan before he went out for the shooting.
Swear.
Yeah. The El Paso one, the El Paso shooting that happened.
Then you said he left like a manifesto or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, you can't find the manifesto anywhere on the internet, though.
Unless it's like in the Wayback Machine.
You think it would be on there? Because I've been trying to find his manifesto all weekend.
Maybe, I don't know.
Well,
unless like if it's evidence, they'll try to take it out.
Yeah, you won't be able to see the El Paso manifesto because it just happened 2 weeks ago.
I think sooner than that.
Week.
It was this week?
No, last week.
Oh
no, it was this week.
No, the El Paso shooting didn't happen this week.
Well, with the power of the internet.
If only we had the power of the internet at our fingertips.
So this guy did this in 2013, right?
Okay.
So once it all started going downhill, and obviously they found out, the FBI started looking at 8chan and they shut it down because there were too many people on there. So 8chan got shut down, and the creator was advocating against it. He was like, "This is not what I meant for it to become. Like, this is not what I had in mind. I thought there were gonna be like cool memes and stuff, but now it's just people meeting up and becoming domestic terrorists." So
now I'm promoting domestic terrorism.
That's what happened, man. It spiraled out of control. It's like the biggest snowball effect ever. So what happened was, after all the mass shooters already met up on 8chan, after it got shut down, they all moved over to a different website called the Daily Stormer.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah, and the Daily Stormer is a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, neo-Nazi propaganda, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So everybody met up on 8chan, took their hatred with them, they band up together, and now they all went to Daily Stormer.
So now there's an enclave on the internet.
Yeah, man.
Mobbing forums. Fucking wild.
Bro, it's mad hot in here. How the fuck do you guys do this?
It's always hot in the studio, bro.
Yeah. Because we always bring out that heat.
Woo!
Fucking fire. I might need to use that rag real quick.
Go ahead.
God damn.
We'd also like to introduce our recurring member, the Rag.
The cum rag.
Merch coming soon.
I put the google.com. Oh, you know what else I found? Have you ever heard of r/AskGayBros?
What?
r/AskGayBros on Reddit?
So it's just a forum to ask
gay bros anything. But it's funny stuff because it's just a bunch of straight dudes asking stupid questions, and the gay guys will answer them for you. Like, an example was God, what was it? It's like,
what do you call it when two penises touch? Docking.
Thanks for it.
Sounds about right.
I don't even remember.
Check the recording.
So they asking questions about being gay, or just random questions? They could be anything.
Random questions with anything involving being gay.
Oh.
It's pretty funny. So you were saying 4chan.
Huh?
4chan.
I mean, just B is full of racism too. A lot of gamer words being dropped, a lot of N words, hard R's, F words. I mean, besides that, or like another place I've been wanting to check out is the dark web.
Oh yeah,
like Onion browser and stuff like that, because they have a bunch of forums too.
Right.
I remember always hearing about there's something sort of like Twitch live streaming, but it's torture.
Wasn't that
Red Rooms?
Yeah.
Red Rooms?
Mm-hmm.
Is that still like a thing?
Well, Andy was actually just talking about that. Like,
really?
I don't know where it came. Oh, she's on some Facebook group or something.
Yeah.
And some guy's like a crime scene cleanup. Like he like cleans up the crime scene afterwards. And I guess there was one in San Francisco, and it was like a room with like no windows, like no ventilation or anything like that, really. And it was just like covered in whatever the fuck it was covered in. And they think it was like a red room because the person was like some old ass, like I think it was like an old lady or something, and just had her locked up in a room essentially, and just tortured her. But they did it on film.
Damn.
So essentially, what the guy does is he's the guy that cleans up the messes.
Yeah.
They're Facebook murder communities essentially. So
and it's supposed to be. It's like it has to be thriving for.
Yeah.
These things to continue.
It's on Facebook. There's a whole group for it. That's Andy was saying. Shout out to Andy.
Shit.
Yeah, she's a member of it. So essentially, the way it works is this cleaner guy will take pictures of the incident, the crime that happened, but they can't give away any information because they signed a non-disclosure. But they'll post up pictures of just like, oh, another one cleaned up, or like another site cleaned up. But they'll say like, this was messed up, this was whatever. So when people ask them, they're like, what happened? What did you clean up? And they're like, well, I can't say anything. It's a non-disclosure. So the community gets together and they try to figure it out. They try piecing it together. So they'll get together and be like, well, is there anything like in the news in that area that could have maybe been connected to this? And then, they'll say like teen slain in fucking home, whatever, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's essentially these little tidbits of information that people will try to piece together and try to figure out which crime belongs to the scene that he cleaned up.
That's weird, and that's a whole community within itself. There's people that watch the torture, and there's people that want to figure out.
Yeah, there's a whole thing. There's a Reddit community, and they basically, I don't know the name of it, but it's essentially, I think it was Reddit and 4chan. It's just basically the internet in general. And then they take unsolved murders, and they take it, or not even unsolved murders, it could be unsolved murders, or fucking like a lost person, and take it upon themselves, because it's like unsolved, just to fucking solve it, and a lot of them do. They just like solve a murder that the police couldn't do, but some random people on the internet could. That's like what they do. They find something and because it's like, I think some of them are like public files, so you could read a little bit of the information. They do it. I mean, that's just, I don't know, that's what they enjoy, I guess.
And also, I've seen there's a website like Best Core.
Yeah.
Best Score. I was actually talking to Chris about that.
Yeah.
Best Scores. I thought that shit would have been taken down.
There's likes and comments on videos.
Yeah, because that was around when I was like fucking 7.
Don't forget to rate and subscribe.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. But then there's that slash Reddit too. Watch people die. Yeah.
It's been quarantined now.
Up.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I just checked yesterday.
You have to. I don't know. You can't search it through the search browser, so you have to Google search it. It'll pop up. It'll be quarantined, so you have to sign in with an 18+ account.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
But the community died down basically. Nobody's posting shit anymore because it gets taken down.
It gets flagged.
Yeah. So whatever videos are on there is what they're left with.
Yeah, I saw the one where it was like, I don't know if it was on Best Score or if it was on that. And it was like a kid. I don't know what country. It was like a Middle Eastern country or something. It was like a kid. He's probably like 7 years old. And then they were all like, it was a bunch of grown-ups. They were all watching him cut off some guy's fucking head.
Yeesh.
And then they just did it. I was like,
you know what's weird? Like most of those videos come from just poor countries. A lot of like a bunch of videos from Brazil. And I've seen like a lot of thieves getting punished.
Mm-hmm.
They usually they chop the hand.
Yeah.
Or they shoot it. That's oof.
Yeah, I think I saw a video.
I think it'd be better to chop the hand off because I mean, what happens if you get shot in the hand? Aside from bleeding. Well, no, aside from bleeding.
And you have a hole in your hand.
Well, at least with a knife, it's a clean cut. Other than that, she's just gonna get fucking fucked up.
Infected. You think you lose your hand if you get a bullet in it?
No,
I
don't know.
I think yeah. I mean, unless you lose some nerve endings, I'm sure you're like these 2 fingers are not gonna.
Your nerves are exploded out the other.
Yeah,
Not even there anymore.
I think you just have a dud of a hand.
You just got a floppy hand.
Yeah.
High five.
How do they say goodbye? Just flop it around. What else is super interesting out there?
There's other kin.
The what?
The Red Pill subreddit.
Oh man,
that's a big old community.
Yeah,
have you seen the Red Pill, Didi?
I haven't even heard of that.
It's a place for chads, for alphas to rise.
Oh, okay. So wait, so it's like it's a forum site or is it just?
Yeah, it's a forum. They just post pieces on. It's kind of misogynistic on their views of women because they feel like I don't know. It's a mixed community, honestly.
Well, they get it from the Matrix, right? The red pill and the blue pill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So red pill is essentially seeing everything for the way it truly is, which is what they use as the guys for saying like men are the superior beings, like we're the alphas.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I dig in deep into it, and the community's kind of mixed. Some people are kind of incels, and they say like, oh, women ain't shit. Be a Chad. Fuck girls and dump them, and here's how you do it. This is how you get confidence. This is how stuff like that.
So there's r/red pill women, red pill books, red pill wives, and red pill parenting.
Red pill also got quarantined too.
Did it really?
Yeah. So that subreddit is at the same base as Watch People Die.
How?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it was seen it's supposed to be
misogynistic.
Well, if you look at their sidebar, their thing is this is a subreddit to promote men to uplift men basically.
Mm-hmm. So it's like also like that's sexism. What's the word I'm looking for?
Misogyny.
No, the other one.
I don't know.
Never mind.
Red pill women. This sounds interesting. So red pill and long distance relationships. What's this all about?
These communities,
I think
forge a lot of
camaraderie.
Because some people come in there with a lot of hate, like, I'm giving up, like, I'm not successful because I'm not successful with women and stuff like that. That's what we mostly see from that subreddit. A lot of men complaining about their sex life, and that affects their other aspects in their life.
So with them, they get mad jaded if they don't have sex.
Rejection, like the Bagel Man.
Oh,
have you seen that? The Bagel
Bandit?
Man. That fool's red pilled. That fool's red pilled.
Yeah, he is super hard.
The Bagel Man.
You never seen that
Bagel guy? Oh,
the guy that's arguing at a bagel store, he's saying, "Women
like you."
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He's a super short guy. I think something happened, like, they messed up. He said that they were laughing at him because he was short.
Yeah.
And he exploded, and he was like, oh, these women are so entitled, how come every fucking dating website I get on, people always ask me about my height, and when I tell them, they laugh at me.
They tell me to kill myself.
So fuck.
That fool has, sponsorships now?
Yeah, he's banging now. He's like, the guy
guy's fucking now?
Well, I don't know.
He's a real Chad now. A real alpha.
He's a beta Chad at best.
Oh, man. Supreme Overlord.
No, but yeah, the guy got super... It was funny, though, because it's a lot of testosterone that he was just, like, raging out. He was super mad. And then some guy tells him to shut the fuck up. And he's like, what? You want to fucking go, buddy? You want to go? So he's challenging him. And then it escalates, and the guy just tackles him to the ground like a child. Yeah, he falls over hella easily.
Wait, how short is he? He's like midget short? Or is he just like...
He's 5'4".
Got to see this guy.
5'4". That's...
I'm 5'4".
I really like for a woman.
I'm not a midget.
I like bagels.
Sure there ain't a video of me on there?
He's got a nickname. It's a bagel something.
It's Bagel Man.
Bagel Man. Bagel Boss. It's Bagel Boss.
Oh, Bagel Boss.
So let's see.
This was a sponsorship now with companies. He's getting promoted.
He's even in Complex now.
He's on Complex?
For being homophobic, but yeah, he's on Complex.
He made it nonetheless.
You know what he said? He said, "No, I'm not racist. I have black friends, but if they get me mad, I'll say the N-word. I don't care."
Yep. Yeah, he said that. I remember watching. I was like, "Yo, what is your deal, big boy?" So yeah, look, this guy. He's a little child. Look how big his head is. Look how much room for misogyny is in there.
It's a big fuck.
But yeah, this guy just got super fucking jaded about it.
On TMZ and everything now?
Yeah.
How have I not seen this video? I'll watch it later. Don't watch it right now.
Yeah.
No.
You should pause the video because the audio is getting cut.
Oh, whoops.
But also, another thing about the red pill, it's kind of centered around white men also.
Yeah.
There's people of color that they're in the forums, but it's majority white men that use it.
So what's the other end of the spectrum from being red pill, being blue pilled?
Incel. There's incels.
Are incels part of blue pills?
I don't know.
There's so much politics in the internet, like, and divisions that you can get into.
Yeah.
It's insane.
4chan polls.
Mm-hmm.
P politics.
You know, it doesn't even stand for politics. It's politically incorrect.
Oh, yeah.
Poll is fucking fantastic. Keep up the great work.
I don't know how I was gonna go with that.
What about you? What about you? Just when you think of some off-brand subculture.
You told us about mukbangs, right?
Well, mukbang.
Mukbang? Yeah, mukbangs are like...
Is it
That's
mukbang?
how you say it?
I thought it was mukbang. That's what I hear them say.
Mukbang.
I don't know. It's weird because I guess there's like a whole community or just big group of people that enjoy watching other people eat mad loud into the mic. Like people like even when we fucking play like games, you're listening to ASMR. Like we're playing a serious game, you got someone licking your ear in your ear. It's like, but I mean, some people like it. If people want it, if people like something, there'll be a community for it.
Yeah, on YouTube, there's a bunch of people that do it. There's even one guy who's very popular. I forget his name, but he
very popular. Can't forget him. Forgot his name.
I see it in passing, but this dude just buys large amounts of food and just I went through the Wendy's drive-thru and I bought one of each item, and you see this dude eat for a whole hour just munching on stuff. And he made a whole career out of that. He even makes drama from it. He broke up with his best friend while eating. And sometimes I can't do this unless there's food in my mouth. You. And then he starts crying. This was crying, eating, and breaking up
and doing it on video.
Friend. Yeah.
You know how vulnerable you have to be to do that, dude. Like I wouldn't even want to cry.
Imagine a letdown. You get a nice meal, and you say, "Hey, I actually don't like you." It's like, fuck. Well, the meal's ruined.
No, not even that. Just could you imagine someone's telling you that they don't want to continue the friendship while they're just profusely eating hello food?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. We started drifting apart. Crunch.
Have you seen that video of this lady eating pickles, bro?
Yeah.
She goes to the whole
lady?
Yeah, she goes through the whole process of opening the jar, pulling out the pickle, waggling a little bit, and then munching on it slowly.
Pickles are hella good, but I mean, I want to record myself eating one.
But why do people like watching? Why is the community so strong?
I think it's just like a sensory thing.
I think it's like, well, obviously it's like, they enjoy the foods, that's why they're watching it. But it's like the whole process, like, man, that looks so good. I wish I could have that. But at least they have it. It's just like, I mean, it's weird, but...
I get the same feeling from watching cooking shows.
Well, yeah, I like cooking shows.
No, seriously. I'm just like, man, that looks delicious, and I could make it, but I can't.
Well, think about it this way. Mukbangs are like Twitch.
It sounds so weird.
Yeah.
Mukbang, whatever. It's like Twitch.
Shout out
you're watching someone play a video game, you could be playing. Or you're watching someone eat something, you could be eating.
But with a video game, at least like something's going on.
You know
food's a thing.
You're just watching it get eaten.
You know what I heard about mukbangs?
What's that?
It started off in Korea. And I guess in Korea, there's a big culture around eating with family. But nowadays, that's it's getting harder. And people are becoming more isolated at home. So one way of continuing that tradition of eating together is through eating through the internet. You know,
yeah, no, it's really big
and
in
streaming
Asia.
yourself. And I think eventually it just caught on. They're like, "Whoa, someone's watching this person eat. I'll join too." And you know, in streaming, you can chat, interact with each other. So you're eating together and interacting. And just to create more content, these people eat large amounts of food.
Like, I've seen like a little Asian woman eat like a huge bowl of noodles, and it's like I don't know how they do it, but I guess in Korea it's
because you have to to make it as a streamer, you have to stream for a long periods of time to get any revenue, right? So it makes sense to just get large portions of food, and take a long time to finish it. So
yeah,
that's true.
People continue watching you. People leave and come, different times of the day.
You're still sitting there eating that bowl of noodles.
It's just if I feel kind of disgusting watching people eat large amounts of food.
Disgusted. I mean, it doesn't disgust me. It disgusts me when they purposely eat it mad sloppy.
Like, some people love that, man.
But that's weird. It's like, why would you want to see some fucking middle-aged guy sitting in his mom's basement just with hella food on it all over his face and shit?
You know what it reminds me of? Review Bra.
Oh man. That guy is fantastic. Time for the daily review. Shout out to you, my guy. That guy is 100% genuine.
There's some commentary, but it's mostly eating.
But it's like reviewing at the same time.
Just munching down on some food.
And it's like his whole thing is just comes on, his hair slicked back, suit too big for him, but people enjoy it.
Maybe we should come out in suits.
Maybe we should just start eating right now.
Let me sip on this water real close to the mic. What are you looking up?
Quotes by Review, bro. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. The one right next to it says, quote, "It's Gween," unquote. This is Running on Empty Food Review. That guy's hella funny, dude. He's hella...
The thing is, he doesn't do it in a funny way.
Yeah, he's
it's
just
literally
himself.
just him. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know.
You know what he said? He doesn't like cutting his... He lets his fingernails grow. And he says he hates the feeling of just the fingertips touching stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So his nails are just mad long?
Yeah.
Really?
Because
that's
people started roasting him, and he had to address it. He made a whole video addressing the fingernails. He said, I just hate the feeling of having my fingertips touch stuff. So I grow the nails as a barrier.
Well, my man, fingernails are not force fields. What is he talking about?
This wall can't touch me now. Like,
what else is out there, guys?
Well, when like you brought up a good point, the Daily Stormer, neo-Nazism. Oh, also incels too.
Incels. Do you know what an incel is?
No.
An incel is an involuntary celibate. So essentially, he's a cuck that can't get any play. And he gets mad at women.
So wait, involuntary celibate. Mm-hmm. So basically...
He's a cuck.
Basically, he can't get pussy.
Yeah. And
he's making a term for it.
No, that term got placed on them.
Oh.
No, because there's some that are voluntary celibate. I mean, they're just celibate, voluntary.
So it's a community of what? Like, they just talk about how they can't get laid, basically? Or
and that and
incels makes fun of incels.
Oh.
Yeah.
Incel Tears is a community.
Because there's an actual, there's a mass shooting from a guy that used to be a regular poster.
Really?
A Redditor on incels. And he actually plotted out the mass shooting. He's like, and he's mostly targeting women at the time.
Perfect example of an incel. Do you remember, The Perfect Gentleman? You remember that shooter?
Perfect Gentleman?
God, what was his name?
Oh, I think that's the one
Elliot.
Yeah,
right?
that's the guy I'm talking about.
What is his name?
I don't know. But, jeez, dude.
Yeah, he put up a video recording himself in his car before he went out, and he was blaming women for everything. He was like, I've been pushed over the edge, blah, blah, blah. Being an incel is funny. I don't know why people get so jaded specifically of just not getting any pussy. People will legit...
Well, I mean, that's not on anyone but yourself.
They don't see it that way. That's the thing.
They see it as what, the world's problem?
No, they just hate...
They're being treated unfairly, basically.
Yeah. An incel...
How are they getting...
an incel could be a guy that's just like, oh, just because I'm not 6'2", women don't want me. And it's like, that's...
They're just...
stupid.
So wait, are incels virgins also? Or they just specifically just can't get...
They might as well be, yeah.
Most likely they're virgin.
So they're just virgins, essentially.
Yeah, but virgins with rage.
Well, how do you think
they're mad virgins.
How do you think these groups came to form?
There also be, I don't know, I feel like everyone has like a like-minded thing, and it's like, it's never really like, I mean, it's in your mind, but then once you see people have similar interests that you have, it's like, all right, well, I'm not the only weird fucker out there. Mm-hmm. And then that's where communities just start, hey, you hate whatever. It's like, all right, we'll make a community, and then it's just like, you get to interact. It's like, for some people, I feel like it's a place of like, like home. Like you feel more secure being able to be, around other weirdos.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, I mean, it can start for anything. Like, there's things out there that are fucking weird.
That's an understatement. That's a huge understatement.
Like otherkin? You know what that is? It's like people that believe that they're not human beings. They believe that they're either like a fucking like Dracula. Like they think they're vampires. Not specifically that. They could be anything. They could be centaurs. It's just like they just believe they're not humans. Yeah. It's like, and they just honestly believe in their heart that they're not a human being. It's like, I mean, sorry, your life sucks, but you're human. But
what about furries? We just completely went over them.
Man, furries are immortal.
Furry fandoms.
Oh man, you're bringing up flat earthers.
Dude, after furries though, so
there's non-sexual furries and there's sexual furries.
What I might be mistaken. When they wear their furry costume, they're called personas, right? Now, as far as to if that's the sexual side, I hope not, because persona sounds pretty funny and cool. So hopefully it's the good furries, the furries that we're rooting for.
There's neo-Nazi furries.
I think
there is. They wear the logos and
the sexual furries. I think they're called anatopias or something like that.
What the hell?
Don't ask how
like
I know that. I know it's
remember the rainforest.
The Rainforest Convention.
Yeah, the Rainforest Convention.
Yeah.
That convention was, meant not as a sexual breeding ground, more of like a collective to uplift the community, but it mixed with like the fetish.
Yeah.
People went in there, for the good stuff, and some people went in there just to fuck.
You know what I saw off the Internet Historian video where he's explaining that? I saw that a bunch of people were doing, I think it was called like crinkling or something, where what they would do is they'd walk around in adult diapers, but they'd already shit themselves, and that was their thing. They would just walk around with diapers full of shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, you're right.
That's like so many weird things.
Well, I mean,
in one thing.
The thing is, they were wearing the diapers, but they also had on their costumes. So it was a furry convention.
I heard they were taking shits in the pool and leaving them.
Fuck.
Like, what?
What do you do with a hotel full of out of control furries?
You think there was sabotage behind that?
Somebody really didn't want to see a second convention. I could see that. Conspiracy time.
Because a lot of people were saying no one knows, there's no footage and shit like that. Like, what?
What do you guys think about conspiracies? There's a huge.
That's why. What's his name? The one that says there's chemicals in the water that turns frogs gay. What's his name again?
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones. That fool is a very popular conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
And there's a whole fucking culture revolved around him.
There's a whole culture of people out there that really think the government is trying. Well, conspiracies are insane.
They're like there's actors, all these mass shootings.
Yes, the Sandy Hook shooting.
Crisis actors and shit like that. What really put him on the spotlight was the Sandy Hook stuff.
Yeah,
that's when Alex Jones just got plastered on mainstream media, because basically he didn't tell his viewers to attack the families and tell them, oh, you're liars and shit like that, but he kind of enabled them to do so. And he went on like the Joe Rogan podcast and he tried to clear it up.
Joe Rogan acted like he had no idea what he was fucking talking about.
Did anybody? I could not understand anything Alex Jones was saying. Is that the one where he kept telling, what was the name of that UFC fighter to choke him out?
Oh, Eddie Bravo.
Eddie Bravo.
That's his real name?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, it's Eddie Bravo.
Is it? Yeah, it is Eddie Bravo.
I always get it mixed up with Johnny Bravo, but I know he's not real.
It's not?
But yeah,
off tops.
Alex Jones is a wild dude.
And like he was very adamant about like chemtrails and actual chemicals that are turning people gay. Like,
yeah, and the thing is, you want to think it's satire in the beginning when he's doing it, because he's overly dramatic, super intense for no reason, and it's funny. It's funny to other people, but for him, he believes it, and there's a bunch of people out there that really like him because it's funny to them. But I think there's even more people that strongly agree with him, and they're just like, no, he's got a point.
That line blurs, yeah. Because some people like, oh, they're watching him for something. They're watching him for a reason, but some people don't realize like maybe they're watching it because he's saying something real or he's saying something funny.
Do you think the majority is going to be people that watch it ironically or people that actually agree with what he's saying?
I think it's a lot of people that actually agree with him.
No, I mean, who are we to say that's funny? Because I think that's pretty funny if people out there are as serious as Alex Jones. Could you imagine a bunch of people telling you that you're gay because of the water you drink?
What is that, Dasani? Here, that makes you a fag. Like, okay.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of conspiracies. Like, there's a conspiracy that Matt Groening is a time traveler.
Yeah.
Who?
Who?
Matt Grin. Is it Groening?
I thought it was Groening.
I think it's Groening.
Creator of The Simpsons.
He's a time traveler?
Well, conspiracy is a time traveler. Because, like...
have you seen all the side shots of everything that they've drawn in The Simpsons that's come to fruition?
Yeah, like, they've done a lot of things. Like, 9/11, that was posted up, like, I think, it's either Lisa or Bart. And they had a magazine, and it was $9, and it had the Twin Towers right next to it, so 9/11. And then there's also the Trump thing. It showed Trump becoming president. And then, what else is there? It said he was like... I think this was a completely different episode.
Honestly, you kind of make me a believer now.
Dude, check this out.
There's a lot of other things. I just can't really think of them.
That's a trip. It's a fucking trip, dude. Are you checking it out?
Yeah. They're, dude, you have to see some of these.
There's a lot of them. It's not even like two or three.
This is on Time Magazine, bro. This is how deep it runs.
Yeah, like it's...
Oh, they predicted the Siegfried and Roy Tiger attack.
Oh, yeah. That was one.
But I feel like you could have...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's comedy. You could have made that a thing.
Autocorrect fails. They, I
FaceTime.
feel like now, you know, looking at it now, I feel like some of these are super reaching.
Well, what else is there?
FaceTime. They predicted FaceTime.
Faulty photo machines. That was like a thing.
Okay.
I don't know what
God
this one
particle?
is.
This one's actually really interesting.
I don't know what this one is.
So, there's... Homer writes something on the board. He writes something on the board, and it's an actual formula right here. This formula right here, right now, is actually in place, and it's the God particle. The God particle... A breakthrough that helps explain how everything in the universe has mass. It wasn't confirmed by people until 2012.
Yeah, I did hear about
This is the exact formula for the God particle that Homer wrote up on the whiteboard. Chalkboard, sorry.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so that's trippy as fuck.
And then that happened, the episode came out in 1998. 2012, 1998, it's, you know.
That's a trip.
What else is there?
For some reason, I thought about mega churches right now.
Mega churches, like Joel Osteen?
Yeah, and stuff like that.
What made you think about him?
Just the following behind him. I remember seeing the video of this guy explaining that God came in his dream and told him to buy himself a private jet. He told me, you need a private jet. So when you're in the skies, you're closer to me.
Oh, God.
So whatever you gotta tell yourself to justify it, bro.
Yeah. How long have we been running?
Tumbling down. 37 minutes. Tumbling down.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah. Let's give it another 10 and we're good. Alright, start off something fresh. What do we got? What's next?
We're still doing internet subcultures?
Yeah. Flat Earth Society. Flat Earthers, man. Yeah.
I've seen the video of that guy in Starbucks complaining to a NASA worker about a flat Earth. He's fucking berating the guy. He's like, yeah, you're fucking stupid.
Telling the NASA guy that he's stupid?
Yeah.
Well,
Your place is a sham.
What is the reasoning behind, like, flat Earth? Like, what makes him think the Earth is flat?
Well, if it's rounded...
Lack of brain cells.
If it's rounded, I guess...
the curve, right?
I heard something that was like, if the Earth was rounded, why doesn't people down there just fall off? But it's like, I mean, I don't know. I saw like pictures. It was just like, flat Earth, and it was just like a waterfall that just went all the way down. I'm like, I don't know. It's actually a thing.
They're convinced it's all a conspiracy that the Earth is really just completely flat. But just to give
then where would the end be? It has to be the end.
There's no logic with these people. As an example,
and I don't see
this guy tried to launch himself off Earth 5,000 feet on a homemade steam rocket. If that doesn't explain everything about flat earthers, I don't know what else to say.
Did he survive?
Like, I don't understand what you gain from disproving the world is not round.
Bragging rights.
Bragging rights, like,
I mean, yeah.
Like,
you're all sheeple. I always knew the truth at the end.
Jesus. Flat earthers they're a different species, man. They're cut from a different cloth.
PC
People
Master
swear
Race.
by it, shit, man.
Flat Earth?
Yeah. Like
I thought there was a celebrity that was a flat earther. I don't know who it was.
A celebrity?
I feel like there's a celebrity flat earther out there for sure. So Google it.
Just who do you guys think it would be? I for sure think it'd be Tom Cruise of all people.
Actually,
Scientology?
I think it was Tom Cruise.
No way.
Either him or David Spade. I don't know why. He looks like a flat earther for sure.
I think David Spade is a flat earther.
Tom Cruise was in, I don't know, I forgot the name of that church. Well, it's not really a church. The religion.
Scientology.
Yeah, Scientology. Tom Cruise, I don't know who else was in it.
Oh, it's a football player, too. No, they're
flat earther?
They've outed themselves as flat earthers. Celebrity flat earthers.
He was really looking up David Spade, flat earther.
I really wanted to know if he was the one.
I'm sure there's some celebrities that are publicly announced that they're flat earthers. I think the football player Ocho Cinco, I think he's a flat earther.
His name's Ocho Cinco?
Yeah, he leaked
like
his
his
name.
legit name.
I think
who do you guys think would be a flat earther? Who do you think?
Tila Tequila.
Oh!
That is not surprising at all. Tila Tequila is a flat earther.
Fucking
Kyrie
Irving.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving's a flat earther.
Who's that right there? I can't see. Is that B.O.B.? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Oh, he is a super adamant flat earther.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I forgot about that.
Tila Tequila. I mean, it's not surprising, but it's like, where the fuck has she been for the past 10 years?
Well, apparently she's gotten banned from Twitter.
I think she made another porno.
Oh, I saw it. Back to this.
In a fucking instant, not even hesitating.
I was waiting for you to say it.
B.O.B. What does he say?
Okay, so this is his logic. So the cities in the background are approximately 16 miles apart. Where's the curve? Please explain this.
And who's that? That was B.O.B.?
Yep.
There's miles and miles of...
I thought that was Brother Ali right there.
That's an ad. Oprah? No, that's not
Oprah. Bro, that is not Oprah.
I'm far from the screen. I can only see... Who's this? Some co-host from The View.
Who the hell's Thomas Dolby? She blinded me with signs. And he's a flat earther.
Well, where's the one where Kyrie Irving said it? It's like...
I think it was a Twitter post.
Yeah, I see nothing for Kyrie.
Oh, wait. Threw him in there. Irving's calling me a hot topic.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not that deep. Neither's the Earth. Yeah, 40.
All right. We'll wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Anything you want to talk about? Or I guess we can figure it out later, huh?
Yeah.
Or put it in the comment section what you want us to talk about next.
Please leave me comments. I really want to see this.
Anything besides plugging yourself?
No. Nothing.
Well, we still don't have an outro, so...
To this day!
To this day.